products. First one is controller, second one is AP, last one is the Charlie series models. For these controllers, right now we have that you can go to 3 tiers: the software controller, gigabit controller, 10 gigabit controllers. It's just the 10 models in total. So the numbers we need to like the number of the AP it can handle is most the parameters for us to size it. Here just to have a if this for 2 models. First one, the NEC220i. I think for the NEC210i, you're already very familiar. So this is the NEC220i. This one, the maximum concurrent user is 800, and it can manage 124 APs in the tunnel mode and 900 AP in the bridge mode. And also it support like the integration with the LDAP, Oracle, MySQL, this kind of external authentication servers, and support authentication for the short message, WeChat, QR code, guest, and also the Facebook, this kind of the authentications, and also can do the audit, client analysis, and also the VPN, HA. This is all the functions in these controllers. We call it OU1 design. So our controller come to other vendors, they're really powerful. And then is the 10 gigabit controller. 10 gigabit controller, it can manage 4096 AP in the tunnel mode and 12,000 AP in the bridge mode. So this question usually asked by the client. That means how many AP that your controller can manage maximally. So the answer is 12,000, just use the one controller. And also our controller support the stacking, or not like the cluster. So this can be going to the more and more. So how we can size the controller? First thing we consider about is the AP, number of the AP. We not only consider the AP, and also we need to consider this in the bridge mode or the tunnel mode or the mix. For lots of the project, if we don't know the client, we are using it in the tunnel mode or the bridge mode. We just chose the AP based on the tunnel mode. So after the tunnel mode, we also need to answer questions like the first one. If this controller will work as a gateway. If this controller works as a gateway, we need to consider it net throughput, right? Because for this controller, when we do the net, we need to translate the private IP address to the public IP address. We need to forward all the data. So we need to know the throughput of this controller. We need to also consider follow the net throughput. Later we have the table for this one. And also we need to consider that if the client needs VPN, the VPN between the AP VPN or the VPN between the controllers. What is the VPN throughput of this model? We need to consider. Another one is, do they need the audit function? For the audit, we also need to consider about the storage of this hard disk, and also like, do they need the CM, the cluster management? Do you need the controller to manage the controller? Because, for example, this device, this client, they have the 100 counter and 20 branches. So we need to choose a controller that can support to manage another 20 controllers. So this is the question we needed to consider when we do a sizing of controller. So this table is very important. It's very helpful for us to do a sizing. You can see the net throughput. For example, we want to use our controller as a gateway of this whole network. So you need to know that net throughput of this controller is 200 Mbps. And also the audit throughput is 20 Mbps, 30 Mbps. The VPN throughput is 27 Mbps. So this table I just put here. We don't play it too much because we don't have enough time. And also for the software installation, if you want to install in the VMware stations, this the parameters you need to follow is this one. Like the CPU need to be the need to be the 3.3 gigahertz, and the RAM at least 40 gigabit, hard disk 250 gigabit at least, and we know that VM station is running on the system, right? You need to have the system be the Windows 7 or Windows 12, Windows 10. You need to prepare this one for install software controller. Because usually client why choose a software controller, because they think that software controller is much affordable, much cheaper. But you need to prepare this server, right? And also our controller also can be deployed in the Sundray public cloud, Sundray XCI, Aliyun, and also like VMware is ST, is XI, this kind of the virtual firmwares, because this kind of firmware no need to use the no need to use the operating system. The same is like software exchange. Just install there. They will create VMware, and in that VMware, you just open our software. It's okay. So you can use the STXI. So that is a software. Next one is it's license. For the license, first one, let's see this the management license. We from here. This from the next is a license. For this one is the 1AP1 license and lifetime. Second one is a marketing license. For this marketing license, it's in charge, like if you want this AP to push the advertisement after user finish authentication. Our portal do not use license. This one needed to remember. Some client maybe, do you need license for your portal? We don't need. This portal, this license is just for the device, just for the advertisement after finish authentication. We want to push the full screen advertisement, short message, and also do the short message advertisement. I mean, and also the data analysis, like the how many new client, how many the passengers, this kind of. And audit, this one's a 1 year's license, like for updating our application, the URL database. And this one is the VPN license. The VPN license. This one is only needed for the 220i and 210i and the 220i. And also wired Ethernet access management. This way, just like you put our controller as a gateway, we provide authentication not only for the Sundray's wireless users. We also provide the authentication for other wired users. For example, we connect a Cisco switch. That users from Cisco switch, they want to do the authentication from our controller, so we need this license. This license is also the lifetime. And the CM, this one is for the controller to manage the controllers. And then the seventh is the software updating. This for the overseas devices, international devices. If you purchase it, have this defaultly you have 3 years valid time by default. So that's me. For software update, we have 3 years. And for the switches, right now it's free. If you purchase a controller in our headquarters, you have the 1,000 switch license. That's also our advantage for our solutions. Our controller managed switch, but license is free and lifetime. Now let's see the APs. The APs, we have the inward AP. From the left to the right, you see that this the protocol become nearer and nearer, and also the next one outdoor AP and the scenario APs. So you just check this by yourself. Because we don't have too much time for these specific models. So for the AP coverage, for the here mentioned there have some Wi-Fi 6 APs. Wi-Fi 6 APs. You can later we got this menu. You can check the specs. And also for this coverage, for this in the each models. For example, you just give you I just give example in the S500 Pro. For our S500 Pro, our free space coverage radius is 50 meters, and we recommend is 20 meters. So because this is a question usually asked by our clients, how many, what's the reach that your AP can cover. And also the concurrent users for each AP. The concurrent user should be, it depends on a different scenario. If your AP is used to connect to the laptop, we know that laptop is more bandwidth consuming. So that's me. It can only handle like for it just have one examination S500 Pro, S500 Pro. We find S500 Pro. Just can recommend is a 60 to 80. Right. This is for the laptop. But when we use the phone, it's recommended 80 to 100. So different scenario, actually, we can have the different concurrent users. Last one is our Charlie series models. We need to first we know that for this series products, in China we are selling, and because of the language problem and those certificates issues, we will release after 2 or 3 weekends. But we can have training first. For this one, Charlie, we have 8 APs. This AP is not at higher level, and also we have the 3 controllers and several switches. This is the whole system. For this Charlie, we removed some features from our previous solutions. So this we will go into the SMB when they don't need so much functions, and they just need a Wi-Fi and they just need to have the unified management. So that is the solution we give to this kind of client. And for this client we also have we have 2 controllers, and for the we also one software controller. We call it the XMG VM. This one can do the centralized management for all the hardware controllers for all the XMG 500 S510 these batches controllers. So for the Charlie solutions, we have the features like authentication, edge security, and also this kind of authentications, but we don't have the integration with LDAP servers, Podo servers. If you want to do this one, we need to use our current controllers and AC controllers. But if you want to use we don't use this kind of the authentication database. We just use our Charlie controllers for some client. So for our Charlie, the advantage is like we provide a unified management for the SMB. We can use our controller as a gateway, right? We know that our controller can have this capability. So for some small companies, we can use this as the whole solutions. This solution is not formally released on the commercial side, on the sales side, but we can do the trainings, technical training first. So for this solution, Charlie solution, most important is the security, because we have the edge security for the wired and wireless, like the authentication and also the east-west traffic control. This kind of solution still in Charlie. So the target market is the small networks, no need high density, because we know that the AP we are using here's only the dual baud and also 2x2 MIMO, which is not suitable for the high density. And also the client need to have the simple management, like the unified management platform. If you want to have this kind of the solutions, like no need too much features, just unified management for the switch and controllers, we can use this one. So this is the sizing table for these Charlie APs. So you can see the concurrent users and frequencies, speed, always here, and also the sizing switches. We from the access switches, layer 2 switches, layer 3 core switches for the small SMB scenarios. Also for license, for this XMG 510, this one only have the 10 free license, and the maximum license is 15 AP license. But in here, you need to pay attention to 6 in-war APs share one license. That's mean this controller can manage 600 APs, in-war APs. So that is the very important thing, that these controllers can manage 600 APs, but just need 15 license. Why we do this? Because in our target client, one of our main targets is the low-end low-end hotel. The hotel you want have the unified Wi-Fi, but they don't want to pay too much. So we just have like 1 hour Charlie controller and X-League controllers and APs. The AP the controller only needs 50 license, but it can manage 300 in-war AP. Okay, so we just finished the